everyone. I'm Troy Osher-Fritzand. I'm a content associate at JPC. The Jerusalem Press Club and the Hostages and Missing Families Forum here today from Hadas Kalderon. She is the mother of Erez Kalderon, who today turns 12 while being held hostage by Hamas terrorists in Gaza. Today, she visited her mother's grave, who was murdered by Hamas terrorists on October 7th, after this week's traditional mourning period. Her niece, Noah, 13 years old and with autism, was also murdered. She vows to continue to remind the whole world of her son and her story. Welcome, Hadas. Thank you for joining us to share your story.
Hello. I'm Hadas Kalderon. I'm from kibbutz Nir Oz, just nearby Gaza. My kibbutz was attacked by a terrorist, a lot of terrorists, like 100, 200 terrorists, and by the 7th of October. And we've been through a huge massacre and pogrom and Holocaust. It's a really, really black day. And since then, already 18 days passed through, and we're still in a big nightmare. 5 members of my family been kidnapped, and 80 or 100 even other members of my kibbutz been kidnapped or murdered or disappeared. A week ago, I got the message that my dear, dear mom, Carmela, which was 80 years old, and my niece, Noya, that was 13 years old, with a special girl with special needs, autism, they both been kidnapped and been murdered cruelly way. I just come back now, a few minutes ago, from the grave, because a week ago, I couldn't reach the funeral. All week, I didn't have any time even to grave and to feel my huge pain. Today, it's the first time I could go there for a minute and come back, because I must still interview and save my children's life. We had like a quarter of our kibbutz, quarter of it, been hurt, murdered, or kidnapped. We don't have a home to go back to. Most of the houses been burned after a lot of families been murdered. Babies, children, old sick people, dogs, whatever you want, you can think about. I was surviving, and other members been surviving, and we are like refugees in our country now. We're staying in a big hotel. I'm right now in Tel Aviv because I want to be close to TV and radio and newspaper, whatever. But we have a hell of a time. We are terrified. We're wondering, where is the whole world? We think the whole world is wake up now, and everybody, like United States and France and Qatar, they all fighting for us too today. Everybody understand that the situation is really cruel and inhumanity against the law, the human law. And today, it's the birthday of my son. He is going to be 12 years old, Erez. Erez is 12 years old. My daughter, she's 16. Sarah, she's still there. Their father, Ofer, 52 years old, is still there. They all still kidnapped. Today it's his birthday, and I want him to be here. I want to celebrate him. I even have a hope he will come today with all the rest of the family. He's a child who's full of love and laugh, and maybe he's going to come back more mature because the cruelness way he's been taken from his bed with pajama in the 7th of October. They just came house by house, murdered, butchered, mastered, burned the house, and took as arrest, as kidnap, as hostage, just from their bed, with pajama, without shoes, just like this cruelly way. So today, it's like a mountain train. My feelings, it's like a mountain train. 1 minute I have hope, 1 minute I'm very deep down, because every moment here is very critical. It's now 18 days after. How come they still there? I'm asking my government. I ask the whole world, president, governments, what's going on? What's going on? There are 220 citizens, babies, children, old, sick people who need medicines. They all still there in bad conditions. Because we found out that they leave them underground, deep underground in the tunnels, like 40 meters underground. I don't know, if they can't see the sky, the sun. I don't know which air they breathe. Think about babies and children in this situation. And I think as more as we're losing the time, it's very critical, because the old people didn't get any medicine. I think half of them won't come back. They can't live without medicine and proper medical treatment. And just yesterday, I heard that the UNRWA is taking apart. They understand that they have to, and they demand that this hostage must get the Red Cross. They must get medicine. We must get information about their condition. And I'm very happy to hear that they are תומכים. They are supporting our fight. I have hope, because I can hear that Qatar is involved, and France involved, and United States is involved, and the whole world start to open its eyes and understand that it's not just my private story, it's a whole world story, because we're talking about a very tough and cruel and merciless terrorist, not one, not two. It's like an army of terrorists, like Al-Qaeda, even worse, because they did terrified things like, I can't even say that, but I have to say it, because the whole world have to know. They cut babies' hands, they cut hands and legs and heads. They took even a baby from a pregnant woman, cut her stomach and took the baby out. They shoot dogs. They shoot old people. They raped young women in a big party and then killed them. They make sure they butchered and killed and murdered full of families. And the survivor, they took as hostage. I can't do nothing about the people that not with us anymore, about, I don't have the time to grave, not about my mom, my niece. I don't have time to grave about my beautiful house that gone. I don't have time to grave about so many members and friends, childhood friends that disappeared, murdered, or kidnapped. I don't have time to that. I have time for one thing, and I want you, because you have the power to scream and to take my words to scream the whole words. We have to release the children and hostage immediately, yesterday. We have to send them home. We mustn't make any army act anymore, any fight anymore. We must have this subject on the top. This subject, it's a main subject, it's a goal, main thing we have to fight for, because it's 220 innocent citizens that's still there underground. It's a very, very delicate situation. We never know how it's going to be end, this story. And I want and begging and demanding the whole world, don't sacrifice my child. Don't sacrifice our children. They are victim of this war. I'm saying that I'm calling and demanding the all Arabs country, Qatar, Egypt, whatever, Turkey, to make sure we are finishing with this tragedy. It's very, very bad face for the Islam in the whole world. You don't want to be with this face in front of the world. I think that all Arabs must take a part and make sure we finishing this tragedy, this history. Each day they're still there. It's one more day for this crime, for the humanity. And it's the old world problem, not just mine. I think they've been kept in bad situation, even if they get some food or whatever, which we don't know because we don't have any information. They still been kept in a very, very, very cruel, merciless hands. And every moment is important here. Every moment we must act. I think we must make solution. We have, I don't want to give the solution. The governments know what they have to do. I'm not a political woman. I'm a simple woman. And what else can I say?
If you could, Hadas, we'd be really interested to hear about Erez, what he's like, what he would have been doing today, how you would have been celebrating his birthday.
Okay. First of all, Erez was waiting for this birthday. Like 2 months ago, he was asking me, Mom, when is my birthday? When is my birthday? And I know what he wants as a present. This bike, he love to ride the mountain bikes. And he love to ride a horse also. He have a horse, her name is Tinkerbell from Peter Pan, He love to ride. He's very, very funny little guy. He love to laugh. We laugh a lot. He's full of love and very sensitive. Because we live in Gaza for 20 years, we are been bombing, so he have a lot of fearness. He's afraid a lot. He needs me, because I need to sit nearby to him in the night, to leave him a nice music, and he can't stay by himself a lot of time in the house. He needs me. Now it's like his worst nightmare become true, because he always, afraid of this kind of things. And I think he's so sweetheart, and really, really full of love. And funny and smart and sensitive. And I just want to smell him and hug him and have him with me. I can hear him all the time in my. I hear him crying and screaming to me, "Mom, Mom, save me!" I can hear him all the time. I can't even imagine him down there without sun, without see the sky, without good earth, without moving and acting with bicycle or riding, I don't know what conditions they are. And I can't understand. It's really many children there and babies, small babies. I don't know if they have materna, if they surviving and what conditions they have. I just want Erez to be here today. I want to celebrate with him. I want to celebrate with him, with all Israel and the whole world, and to give him a huge present, whatever he asks. I don't care. He always asks me. He wanted to have a electric, it's a bike, but electric bike. I don't know. Whatever he asks. He loves computer also. He loves all this kind of games in the computer. And what else I can say about him? He's my king. What can I say? He's a prince, really. I can see him all the time in front of my eyes. And, his name is Erez. Erez, it's a name of a tree from Lebanon.
Hadas,
Okay.
would you mind telling us a bit about your daughter too? You mentioned your daughter is also in
Yes,
captivity.
my daughter. I want her to come too, and their father too, to celebrate Erez's birthday. My daughter, she's such, beautiful and good heart. She always give everybody around her. She have a lot of friends. She always helped me in the house. She'll always take care of me. She's 16 years old. She loved to dress, nice dress, to put makeup, like teenager. And she loved to draw. She's like artist. She loved to draw. She go to the nature. She drawing. Wow. Really, really, she love animals. Erez too. They love animals. We always had animals. Dog, cats, birds, and more. And I know she's taking care of Erez. I know. Even there, I know she's taking care of him. And I'm really afraid I know they're coming back. Yeah, I know they're coming back. I'm a little afraid they're going to come back like more mature, because the cruelties, they've been taken from their bed with pajama, and the way they've been separated from their father. They don't know nothing, what's going to happen with them, all this cruelty, and they're going to come back maybe with more mature and with less innocent and less humor,
Mm-hmm.
They've been taken from them, the light and the innocence. They're so pure, but I don't care. I just want them to come back. What can I say? And with their father, which always take care for them and teach them to be human and a lot of good value, and took them to the nature and take them with a jeep and did a lot of things with them, a lot of, traveling and a lot of nice things. Wonderful father. They need him too. And we need all the 220 other citizens still there. They can't be victim of this war. I don't want you to sacrifice nobody for this war. I just have one message. Stop the fire. and release the hostage. This is what must be the main goal of the whole world immediately. Do you want to ask me anything?
Yes. Could you share with us where you were on the 7th, how you found out about what happened to your family?
You want me to go to this black day? There is I have to go because there is a Azakayesh. How you say this? Just a minute.
There's a siren where Hadas is right now. She has to go to a safe room.
But I can speak. This bad black day, 7th of October, I was apart, alone in my house.
Hadas, could you just please focus on getting to a safe place first? And if we can, we'll continue the conversation. But your safety is more important than anything.
What do you mean?
Please focus on getting to the mamam. Take your time to get to the safe room, and then when you're there, hopefully, if there's service, there's service. If not, don't worry about it. Your safety is the most important.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Wow. It's very frightening on this situation. It's never finished. Come inside. Come inside.
It appears maybe the service isn't so great in the safe room. This is the reality that we have to live with here in Israel for those of you that are here from out of the country, particularly during wartime, having to run to shelters. Hadas, you're back?
Can you hear me, Arik?
Yes.
So, what did you hear the last time, what I said?
You were heading in, so I guess if you wanted to just talk about October 7th, I'm sure it's not an easy day to talk about. But
it's okay now. Okay, October 7th. Oh, it's craziness. October 7th, I was all alone in my house. My children been with their father in another house. 6:30 in the morning, we got bombing, very, very massive bombing. Ta, ta, pa, pa. Okay, we got used to it, 20 years now. I went to the safe room. And then I started to get some message, crazy message, about a lot of terrorists who come inside the kibbutz and they start to murder, and I can hear them. I start to hear them coming. I can hear Arab voice, Arab talking, shouting. I can hear the shooting, guns shootings, whatever it is, shooting everywhere. A lot of noise. They go through house by house and they make sure nobody's left. They murder and butchered, like I said before. That time, I don't know yet. I just hear them, and suddenly they are in my house also. I can hear them breaking, smashing all my house. And then they behind my door, and I realized I can't lock the safe room door because it's not supposed to be against any terrorists. It's against bombs. It's the same situation. All families, all members in my kibbutz. My story, it's the same story. Each one have terrible story, but maybe different. But I was all alone in my shelter, and I just keep the door. I keep it for 8 hours. 8 hours alone. I got the last message from the father of my children that the terrorists also came to their house and they jumped from the window and they went to hide in the bush outside. I said, oh my God, why they went out? That's it. I'm saying goodbye to my family. I said to myself, that's it. I said to myself, I'm not going to survive this because I hear them. I know they come to kill me. I'm a very bad situation. Like, I feel like I'm in a jungle. I have to survive. I put my hand to hold the door. I put my leg to hold the door. I take a metal and I put it. And then the light gone, no electricity. My phone is no charge to the phone anymore. It's just me and God. I don't hear anything, no information. I don't know nothing till 3:00 afternoon. 8 hours like that. No water. I'm all dry and terrified. I'm preparing for my death. Really. I'm saying goodbye. Before I sent a message, when I still have the phone, I sent a message. I love you. I love you. I will always love you. I hope you're going to survive. Goodbye. I don't think I'm going to survive, but I did. Maybe because I have to tell this story for the whole world. Maybe because I have to save my children and then their fathers still there. Maybe because I have to save the 220 citizens, innocent citizens that's still there. They've been picked cruelly way, merciless way from the bed. Then 3:00 afternoon, like I can hear the terrorists behind my door. They come and they go and they come back and they go and they come back and they go like 6, 7 times. I don't know how many times. Terrified situation. I realized I mean, 3:00 afternoon, our army came. I don't believe them. I don't want to go out. I don't. I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. And they tell me, you must go out. We pick you all. We must make sure you're safe. After half an hour, they show me somebody I know, a member of my kibbutz. So I went out. They brought us all to a big, huge place, safe place. And I walk outside and I'm shocked. My kibbutz is gone. Disappeared. I realized we had a massacre. I don't know yet all the information, but I see all the burned houses, all the, we've been before a green, peacefully place, a lot of flowers and trees and peacefully, people who believe in peace and fight for peace all life. And then all the houses burn and cars burning and a lot of, it's like disaster. And I walk there and I'm shocked. And they pick all of us and everybody's shocked. Nobody can believe what's going on. And I asked the army, where have you been? Where are you? And it's young soldiers. They look at me and they don't have an answer. And then all the information start to come, all more. And then we hear very, very terrified stories about babies that have been cut the head, about pregnant women who've been took the baby out, about young women who've been raped and then murdered, been killed. We heard terrified stories. And I look around and I don't see my children. I don't see my family. I don't see my mom. She's in another house. And not my mom, my niece, my 2 children, Erez and Sar, and their father. I don't see them. And I'm begging one of the soldiers, go around their house, see, maybe they're still there, maybe they're still hiding, maybe you can find their bodies. I don't know. And then we start to get information that like 80 members been kidnapped, children, babies, and my girl. I have 2 more, one boy 19 and girl 21. She's in Tel Aviv. She found out, she started to look in the Instagram, all the cruel stories and movies that they took the picture. They came like they made like a Hollywood movie, they come with a camera, a professional camera and everything. We have all the proofs that they took. They took the pictures. We have the proofs. And I can see my small boy been taken by them, by 4 of them, or I don't know. such a small boy, like innocent, and the whole world watched this movie. I don't watch it. I just saw the beginning and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it ever. I don't want even for a minute to feel what he felt. I don't want to imagine what he felt in this moment when. And then I'm very, very happy. It's mean he's alive. It's mean my daughter alive and the father probably alive because they've been all together. You see how surrealistic it is? I'm very happy they've been kidnapped because the other choice was to be murdered. And I decide that moment I'm going to fight and to bring them back. I'm going to go to the sky, to the moon and back, and I'll do whatever, I was never in the TV, never in the radio. I don't know even nothing about political news, but I'm going to fight for them because this is their life and to save their life and to save my life. I need them. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And we are now all refugees in a big hotel somewhere. We left our kibbutz without nothing, just what we wear, what we have on our body. That's it. We left like that. But a lot of very, very good citizens came and gave us food and gave us clothes and shampoo and whatever we need. Israeli citizens are amazing, really. And slowly, I found out that also the whole world government are amazing. They're doing their best. They're doing amazing work, amazing acts and force. They're making a lot of force to make sure our children, babies, old people come back because they know can't be. It's over any, it's worse than Al-Qaeda and worse than ISIS and worse than anything we know. We can't, I don't know how to say the word, we can't provide or to share, how we say?
Yeah.
Allowed. We can't allow to this world to have this kind of things in this world. We can't allow it. It's against any human law. Tomorrow it can be in your house, anywhere. And it's not a few terrorists, it's an army of thousands of them. They came they went to 7 kibbutzes. איך אומרים כבשו? איך?
Occupied or something.
Huh?
Occupied?
And occupied the whole Negev area. It's really big and strong army. It's not like simple, like a few terrorists. It's not anymore. I think they got a lot of professional. It's a professional army. They've been in Iran, and I don't know where else. They get a lot of money for this fight. And when I think about it, if you take all this money and you put it on peace, they could have much better life, much better. They have beautiful area, beautiful Gaza with a beautiful beach and sea and restaurant, good food, good hotels. But it's their choice, I can't do nothing about that. But I do talk and say to the Islam world, you have to go after Allah. And Allah says, don't ever hurt a baby, a young woman, old people. You must be good. That's what Allah said. So they got confused. And I say, Hadas, you have the opportunity now to show your immunity. Do it. It's the last chance, I think, for them. Last chance to show their immunity. Send the children and hostage home. Don't wait. Any day, it's another day of inhumanity and cruelty. Every day. Now we're 18 days after. How come?
It's such a horrible situation.
It's not represent the Islam idea. The way the cruelness, the way they behave, this behavior, it's not present the Islam. The other way, it's hurt and harm the Islam way and idea.
Yeah.
I talked to the Islam mom that had birthed her baby. Think about your child in this situation, and help to give the man some bina, chokhmah. I don't know how to say this.
Wits.
Yeah.
Some weeds. Stop fighting. Make your work to make peace and solutions. That's all I can say. You want to ask me anything?
I think our time's up here. But really, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story, sharing your message. I could say that we're
a lot more stories, but not for now.
Yeah,
the story, we will have time after they come back to tell stories, to write a lot of books about what's happened, about how we've been abandoned here by our government twice, in the 7th of October and now, because our children are still there. But this is for another time.
Yeah.
I really appreciate any help. I will never forget, ever, any help you give us. All of you. You have the power more than my voice. Take my voice and my words and spread it to the whole world. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And for anyone who has additional questions for Hadas, you could send messages after we could get in touch with her. I could say, Hadas, we're all praying for the return. Hopefully you have many more birthdays with your son Erez in the future to celebrate. Thank you for everyone for joining us.
How can we celebrate? How can we say Mazal Tov? How can we say happy birthday? How come? I don't know what to say. How to celebrate. If you have any idea, please give me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hopefully in the future. Thank you so much, Hadas.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.